place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food, then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days, our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends, or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.
And welcome back. And of course, one of the big contributors this year to the show, a major sponsor, is Trevor Ellsworthy from Ellsworthy Retrovision, opposite the Cat's Claws there in Mirrable Street. Just ask Trev for any of your electrical needs. And of course, Trevor's donated the High Sense 32-inch HD LCD, pay attention to me, 32-inch HD LCD television set. Now, I'm still trying to work out what HD is. I think it might have been an old Holden, wasn't it?
Yep.
1964. It'd be a lot newer than that at TV, wouldn't it? HD LCD, what are we, liquid crystal display, is that right?
Well done.
Unbelievable. I'm starting to learn these things all the time. And, of course, end of the year, the winner will be drawn out of a hat or something like that anyway. And, of course, it'll be a fantastic result. But this week's weekly winner is Julie Campbell, and we can say confidentially that Dale Smith took her out once. Because he told us that off here and said, don't mention it, but we're going to anyway.
Went to school with
her.
I think it's the same Julie Campbell.
Which school? What school was that?
Bell Park.
Bell Park?
High school.
Rosemary went to Bell Park too.
Oh, here we go.
Leave that alone as well. And she's from Bell Park still. Julie, you know who you are. Come forward, make yourself known. And you're off to the Commodore Fiend Hotel, Jack Whitley's magnificent pub out there in Kilgore Street at East Geelong. You'll have a fantastic feed. No expense bear to the value of about $3.50. It'll be a fantastic night, so don't take anybody. No, only joking. For 2, it'll be fantastic. Julie, well done to be our winner this week. And you go into the draw for that magnificent LCD HD 32-inch high-sense television plasma set. Fantastic indeed. Now, Smith. Some funny things going on here this morning, folks. Well, we thought we were running out of time, but we're not. We're still here, and it's time once again for Dale's under-18 segment. And don't forget to mention Dale at North Geelong are still undefeated.
Don't you worry about that, Dick, and going along very nicely. Yes, look out at Inverleigh. Inverleigh 18-19, 127 defeated Winchelsea 2-1-13. 5 goals to Muir, 3 each to Purcell and Manganelli, and 2 to Rice. Better players Purcell, Anderson and Manganelli. And for the Winchelsea side, the goal kickers Oliver and Linky, and best players there Budavalis, Kelly and Altamari. East Geelong, a bit too good for Bannockburn out there on the weekend. They started very strongly. We got ourselves back into the game, but weren't good enough to finish off. But East Geelong 9-7-61 and will hold second spot in the ladder. Defeated Bannockburn 8-4-52. Goals for East Geelong, Leckis 4, Bowman 3. And the better players Bowman, Soldani and Williams. Goal kickers for Bannockburn was Rayner 2 and a handful of other players kicking 1. Better players Walls, Stone Huston and Lucas. North Geelong, this is probably the best score of the season, I think, Dick. 33-24, 222. Oh. Defeated Bellpost Hill 2 goals straight, 12 behinds. Hutchison 11.
Oh.
It won't be long before he's back in playing senior football, you wouldn't think, but he might be just saving a few for finals football. Kingwell 6, Parker 5, all played senior football. Gladman and Young 3. Better players, obviously, Hutchison with 11 goals, Parker and Perry. And for the Bellpost Hill side, Reid and Burgess were their goal kickers with O'Mealy, Mowat and Symes, best players. Up at the Duck Pond, Werribee 14-12-96. Defeated the Belmont Lions 3-7-25. Goals, Hickey 5, Mittow and Doherty 2 each. And better players Davis, Camilleri and Wilson. And goals for the Belmont Lions, Williams and Robertson. I don't must kick 1.5 each because we've got 3 there, but they had 2 names in the paper, so they did extremely well. Best players, Robertson, French and Johnson. And the Corio Devils, 13-9-87, 2 good for the Thompson Tigers, 5-8-38. Scott and Vanderlee, 3 apiece. Loon Garcia with 2. Better players, White, Gruby and the Burke brothers, D and C. And out for Thompson, Webb with 2. Bizanella, Spence and Gordon for Thompson. But North Geelong well and truly out in front at this stage, Dick, and will take a really good side to knock them off.
Magnificent report, Smithy. And, of course, how did the Doodle go this week?
Yeah, the best players again.
Doodle?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Going along well. And Cogsy called in during the weekend, and one of the young kids for the Belmont Lions, and his name would be, I just lost it again. I'm sorry about this, Cogsy, but he kicked his 300th junior goal for last weekend. So not
can't remember what he's...
No, I had it written down on my paper at home again, and I've left it at home.
Well, we'll give him a wrap next week because he'll kick more than 300 goals next week.
Yeah, they'll have 310 by that. So
now, before we go on with our match of the day, I do have a cheerio that I'd like to send. We don't normally do cheerios, but I was very fortunate to be at a function through the week up in Melbourne. To do with Buckley's Entertainment Centre, one of the sponsors of the show, of course. And we met a fellow by the name of John Major, and John from United Refrigeration up in Melbourne, not station sponsor, so it's not a plug, but John watches our show every single Saturday morning, and it was a toss-up between us or Daffy Duck, and he watches us, which is fantastic. John, great to meet you the other night, and yes, we have you plugging in, and great to have you on board and watching our show, and we hope that you continue to watch the show, and we promise we won't get any worse than what we are at the moment. This afternoon, it's on again. It's the absolute 94.7 match of the round, and of course, it is the Belpost Steel Panthers out at the Ring Road Reserve, and they are playing Werribee Centrals. Should be an absolute beauty. They're both sides in a bit of form at the moment. Dale, you looking forward to going out to the Ring Road?
Yeah, no, it'd be good, Dick. I think Belpost Steel, as you said, haven't done a lot all year wrong, so I would expect them just to hold ground here at Belpost Steel. They don't like losing at home, and I think with their players up forward with Griggy, obviously he's a key. He's got to be Justin Tarr's got to be another bloke. Kavka, they've got a number of blokes that can go forward and kick goals from. So I think that's going to be their benefit to their side. Obviously the two Lewis boys like to creep forward and kick goals, and I think through their defence with Martin, they're just going to hold Werribee up. And as I said, if Casey, I see in the paper again, hasn't troubled the scorers too much, Kitchen, if he's not kicking goals, they've got to find some avenues to goal. And if Leach can't run through the middle and Burke, as he did through the game against North Geelong, then I think they'd be in trouble. But I think the home side, Belpost still just doing a little bit too much at the moment.
Jason?
I think Belpost still as well. Werribee had a good win last week but against Belmont, but I think at home, Belpost still may be too strong.
And the ump himself, Steve, who do you reckon?
Oh, I like Werribee. Grubby Cation's an old mate of mine from...
there we go. The Werribee favouritism of the umpires. All right, so you go for Werribee. Good on you, mate. That's fantastic. Yeah, Steve, we know where your alliances leave are now, mate, so it'll be very interesting indeed. And, of course, if you can't catch the game out at Belpost Steel, you can, of course, tune into 94.7 The Pulse from 1:30 this afternoon. We can hear Jason. Jake will be back. He's climbing out of bed. He's going to come back and do his call. And, of course, Smithy, of course, and it'll be a fantastic call indeed. 94.7 The Pulse, your home of country footy. So, yes, it's going to be a big game, Smithy, and, a couple of big contests this afternoon.
Well, it will be, and the ruck one, the Hardingham one's the interesting one, Dick. 2 weeks ago against Thompson, he hardly took a lot of part in the game because it looked like he was carrying a knee injury. I think he did it against North Geelong, and I don't know whether he actually played last week. He doesn't mention in goal kickers or best players, and that's unusual for big Hardingham. They've only got Shembry. They've got a couple of blokes in the twos that can come in and fill up, but Venner is the bloke that they've got to contest with, and Justin Tarr will also take some ruck work. So it's going to come down to who can get this ball out of the centre of the ground, and I just think the on-ballers for both sides very, very good. So Hardingham gets first use of the ball. It might give Leach and Burke the first run. Molivus is now playing through the midfield. He's a good footballer. Look, Belpost still, as I said, they got the Lewis boys in there, Trav Fursland. I think they just build around a fair bit of strength there, and I think they'll be a little bit too strong.
Yeah, it'll be a great game. And as I said, folks, if you can't get out there, tune in to 94.7 The Pulse and have a fantastic call. And they also have the final siren at 5 o'clock. Hear about all the GDFL scores, Ballerine Football Geelong and AFL as well. We're going to take a very short break. When we come back, we're going to talk about all the other big games on this afternoon. More of Smithy, more of the ump, more of Jason, and unfortunately, folks, a bit more of me. Back after this.
The place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food. Then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days, our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.